And then I wanted you to hear, I tucked in this show today from my radio show this morning. I tucked in seminar callers. What are seminar callers? These are people that pretend to call radio shows like mine, pretend to be conservatives, and then once they get on air, they slip in some subversive message about how the Republicans are really scumbags and Trump's really a scumbag. And they do this, I guess. I was kind of walking out why ultimately I thought in 2024 people are still doing this. This was a thing when Rush was in his prime, like in the late 80s and early 90s. Seminar callers were something started by the Clintons and Media Matters, well before there was the digital era where media was plentiful. I mean, it's very old school. But I wanted you to hear it, just in case you're a talk radio listener and you ever wonder about these people or what does a seminar caller sound like. It kind of got me to thinking about what it really means. I had 2 of these during the show today, and there would have been a third if Fast Eddie hadn't caught them. What does that say that these people are now reaching out to this show and trying, I guess, in their weird way to influence the audience? I read quite a bit about it, into it, so sit tight for that. And go to Radnor, talk to Sam. Sam, I'm glad you called. Thanks for your patience. Hi.
Hi. I'm a big supporter of the Freedom Caucus. I think they do a fantastic job, and they really get unfair flack from the media that they don't get anything done, that they're just obstructionists. It's really, really unfair. I was thinking about it. I made a list of things that the Freedom Caucus has accomplished. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she increased her Facebook likes by 30% over last year. And then Matt Gaetz, he's appeared on OAN 42 times this quarter. Yeah. And Paul Gosar is attending more white supremacist conferences than ever. So I don't know why people say they're not getting anything done.
Yeah. I gather you're probably a Democrat. Is that right?
No, not at all.
You're not. How do you vote?
No. Well, I'm not a member of the cult.
Okay. So what does getting things done look like to you, Sam?
Oh, I don't know. Like doing what's right for the country, not letting Orange Jesus block bills that are actually good for the country.
Okay. He's not in power to do anything, so he doesn't have anything to do with this. What does passing legislation and getting things done look like? Seriously, I'm asking. What would you like done?
Yeah, Trump had nothing to do
No.
with
Can you? Hey, Sam, I know you are deranged with Trump. I didn't say the word Trump. Can you get through a sentence without saying Trump? I said, what does getting things done look like?
My
last
TDS
chance.
Is off the
charts. Last chance. And then I got to go. What does getting things done look like?
Passing bills that are good for the country and
like
not having idiots like what? Like
yes.
Securing up the border, like getting funding for Ukraine, not going, well, we can't even control our border, so what do I care about Ukraine?
Okay, I don't even understand. I don't even understand what you just said. You said you want control of our border, and then now you're mocking people for demanding it? Sam, you're not well.
No.
Go figure it out. Go have a good weekend. Have a cocktail or go see a therapist or whatever and get back to me. Boy, they're out in force today, Fast Eddie. I don't know what it is. They're particularly afraid. So I gather that after the Husk spent the last week running around Pennsylvania and it didn't go well, I gather that the instructions have gone out to Democrat callers and seminar callers, call shows like this one, and try to convince people that Republicans are the problem. And I must say, the seminar caller thing went away, but it's kind of emblematic. I mean, the seminar caller thing was popular in the 90s. Rush was the one that kind of coined that term, and this was something that when Media Matters was created and the Clintons were in power, they created this idea of the seminar caller. They would teach leftists how to call shows like Rush's, pretend to be one thing, and then say the Democrat talking points. This went away, of course, in the era of new media because there's so many ways for everybody to communicate. Cable news, seminar callers are like it's old school, right? It's a bygone era. It's antiquated. But what's fascinating to me is, and it's really sort of emblematic of the Biden campaign, that guy, you should know, that guy sat on hold since 8 o'clock. Fast Eddie, that guy sat on hold through that entire Ed Morrissey conversation to do that. Do you suppose he's paid?
So I do know there are a lot of paid people from New York in our area that are paid to disrupt. I know that
like
for a fact.
imagine that you're that hateful and deranged and you hate everything that this show and the people who listen to it stand for. You would commit to sitting and monitoring it for hours. That's an illness, really. And again, what do they think they're going to achieve? Do you people that call this show pretending to be one thing and then, trying to hoodwink Eddie or whatever to get on the show, do you think you're going to achieve something by communicating to my audience whatever your left-wing pablum is? Do you think you're going to achieve something with it? I really do. I have to laugh. So anyway, to finish my point, because the husk is of a bygone era, and Tim Murtaugh made this point, he's bringing in the Kennedys. Like he's trying to invoke 1960s. He thinks it's 1960 or 80 or 90 even. And so the Democrats are functioning in a world of 1990-something with seminar callers. It's so old and antiquated and stupid. I mean, I appreciate the compliment. It is a backhanded compliment in a lot of ways that you think this show is so influential, you want access to the audience. I really do appreciate the compliment. You look like a mental patient when you do it, and a coward because you're not intellectually honest enough to just call and say, I disagree with you and here's why and let's have at it. The rule on this show has always been if you'd like to debate and discuss something with me, you go right to the top of the line. We take that call first. I'm not afraid to have a discussion with anybody that disagrees with me. I really loathe liars, though. And you're an instant liar when you misrepresent yourself to trick your way onto the show to do what? Razzle-dazzle the audience? Wake them from their trance with your pithy truth-telling? I mean, come on. It's kind of sad. I hope you're getting paid. I really do hope you people are getting paid. But the people paying you are wasting their money, that's for sure. Hey, Mike Lindell and MyPillow.